Hello there, and welcome back to Vintage Story. I hope you're having a wonderful day. We are out here having, well, been exploring for the past 3 days. We are quite the distance away from home, namely about 2 hours away from home. I've been out here looking for chalk and marble, and naturally, I've had no luck. Yep, no luck at all. I have found a bit of interesting stuff, and I'll show you a clip in a minute of one of the things I found. I did also get a whole ton of terra preta. This was from one deposit. And that's going to be enough terra preta to replant my entire farm and my greenhouse when I get around to rebuilding it. Although I don't remember exactly how big a greenhouse can be. It's either 7 by 7 or 14 by 14 or 14 by 7. It's one of those. We'll figure it out in a little bit. No luck finding chalk or marble, which we need to make the lime. And we have a new problem. See, if you notice, it is now March 17th. And oh, I'm getting cold. And well, I'm 2 hours away from home, and we have just hit the danger zone where a warp storm can spawn at any time, since the last warp storm we had was March 10th. So yeah, if a warp storm happens before I get back home, there's no way I can run home in the 20 minutes real-time warning that you get. So we'll have to hunker down, maybe build a noob tower. That's, when you just tower the dirt up, and pick off drifters. Okay, well, I'm gonna go warm my character up, and we're going to just jump into a clip of something else I found, which I didn't realize was in vanilla. Oh, I didn't realize this was a vanilla thing. No, I think this is actually vanilla. There are 3 or 4 trader huts all gathered together here. I know there's a mod that makes this more common. He's a local goods trader. What does he got? He's got lumps of fat. He's got beeswax. He's got bowls of honey. He actually has some useful stuff here. Of course, I don't have any money with me to trade him, so, does me no good. What does this guy have? More local goods. Fire clay shingles, red clay shingles, glass, sandstone, fire clay bricks, wallpaper. Like I said, too bad I don't actually have money on me. It's like a little trading bazaar. Looks like it's just the 2 traders. Living rather Spartan, I must say. Alright, but yeah, I saw this shape on the map. I wanted to check it out. Yeah, nice. Now, please, marble. Or lime. Marble or chalk, please. I need to find it so I can make lime. I want to start working on my new house. I appear to have found the shadow zone. There's nothing up there. It's just, yep, pitch black in there. It's gotta be a lighting update issue. But yeah, I don't know how to fix it, so we're just gonna ignore it. I have grain, but in a let's call it less than intelligent decision, I came with a crock pot instead of my cook pot. And so I cannot cook myself more food as I travel. And stopping for 8 hours in order to make a cook pot is, not really a good idea, especially since I don't have the inventory space for it anymore. Still not finding what I'm looking for. Oh boy. And he's gonna kill me. It took me over 2 hours to get here. That's not going to be a fun trip back. Well, I just learned something. You can transfer stuff back out of Crocs into a cook pot here. So I can take this cook pot with my food in it. If I can pick it up, there we go. Grab another one of these. And let's grab some my older supplies. Like this bow here, which is a backup bow. I do not want any. Oh, I've got my armor on still. Let's grab a few crude arrows. So at least I have something to kind of defend myself with. Alright, I got food, got arrows, grab an extra torch, and let's grab a little bit of extra... Where'd I put all my extra dirt? Here it is. Let's grab a stack of this. Okay, so now I have a few resources to get me through. I should probably grab some sticks and some flint. Oh my gosh. This is actually a... Whoa! Was not ready for those. Actually a ruined mansion. And that has some leaded glass, which I need for my house. Yeah, okay, there are locusts all over the outside. Alright, we're going to bookmark this. We are coming back for this in the future. I've been running for about let's see, I left at about 8 o'clock. It's now 2. So it's what, 6 hours of running to get here? That's actually not too bad. Actually, that's about a third of the way to where I died. So if you're not actually exploring and you're just running with a purpose, you actually travel this game fairly quickly. Although this terrain, not as easy. And I have just been grabbing the mature flax as I go because why not? And well, I brought my cook pot and I cooked up a new batch of food before I left. So I can keep exploring now since I can just craft with the food I forge, or well, cook food with what I gather from foraging as I'm exploring. Oh. Well, you should have seen that already because that should have been something I showed right after my opening clip. But yeah, that gives you an idea of where we are now. Okay, we are almost back. I would have preferred to wait till morning, but I didn't want to risk my stuff despawning before I got a chance to pick it up. Except I have no idea where the bear is now. And I have drifters instead. Okay, well, drifters aren't really an issue. Not really an issue, but they're a bit of a pain. Especially since there's a... My gosh. This is insane. It's not the bear I have to deal with, it's a bunch of drifters who decided they want to spawn right next to where I'm trying to recover my stuff from. And I must have dropped all of my arrows because I don't have any now. Don't need that. tell you, these drifters have arms like Olympic shot put throwers. My stuff's going to despawn, and I have no way to get down there because I don't have the health to deal with it. Okay, I think I've recovered everything of importance. I've got my lantern, I've got my weapons, my pick and my prospector's pick, and the vessel that I was carrying on my back that's still on the ground over there, but that's not going to despawn. No, I got that. I need to give myself a little more space and make myself a fire. Yeah, okay, so the 2 torches are warming me up enough that I'm no longer taking damage. Now I just gotta wait out till the morning. Alright, we got everything, almost everything back. I realized while hiding in the dirt hut overnight that I must have dropped all my arrows because I don't have my 39 bronze arrows. So I had to make up a few crude ones. That is that's actually kind of a painful loss. I mean, okay, 9 arrows is for 1 ingot. So 39 arrows, that's well, 4 ingots worth. That's not too bad. They are a little bit of a pain to make, but also they cost feathers. And you know, I'm trying not to go around butchering every single chicken I see, so I have a chronic shortage of feathers. And there's the temporal storm I had a feeling was coming. Well, I was gonna say let's keep exploring, but that is not happening now. 8 in-game hours. There is no way I'm making it back home in time. So we're gonna have to hold up somewhere on the way home, since I don't think it's a smart idea to run home during a rift storm. Yeah, that will probably wind up with me doing another corpse run. Then we don't really have much, like, I'm literally going to have to make another box and just hide in the box all night. Or all rift storm, which is, well, to be fair, it's going to come around 7, 8 o'clock at night, which is going to be night. Well, at least I know I can run this gauntlet to get out here in about a day. Which means coming back out here to continue exploring. It's only going to take me about an hour each way. And I still can't believe my luck not being able to find any marble. Well, it ran out of time. So we're going to just pillar up here, make a bit of a hidey tower, I guess. And yeah, I'm gonna put walls on this and a roof, so we have it insulated. Hopefully I have enough dirt for this. And there's the rift storm. Alright, and then up here we should be safe from, well, bears, since there was a bear just chasing me a moment ago before I came in, and drifters, and also get a chance to warm up. Of course, the irony is now that we are sitting through the storm, we could continue exploring after the storm's over because we don't have to worry about the storm. Better to head home, drop everything off, and then head back out. We are right here. We're back there. And we still have to get that far. So we're less than halfway. Actually, we're almost exactly halfway. Oh well. Let's see when this is over, I guess. I know it said it was a heavy storm, but that took me all the way down to 30%. And we're finally back home. That was something. Not sure what, but was something. And now that the snow's all melted, we can see where I'm going to need to do a bit of terraforming so that my walls are not floating on water. I think I'm going to make the pond deeper, like how it's deep here. That way we will actually have areas of the water where we could fish year round. Well, was about to start working on our greenhouse, but we appear to have a fox trying to get into our hen house. So, good thing I have all these fences up. Don't need the fox killing any of my hens. Okay, so we're going to build a greenhouse. I checked the wiki. 14 by 14. I don't know how much space this is here. It is definitely not 14 by 14. So we're going to make it about as big as we can. I may just end up filling in most of this pond here to do so. And all of our baby piglets have grown up, so we're going to take care of those later. 2, 3, 4. 14 would put it right next to this sapling. I don't want that, so let's put it there. So that'll be about 12. 5, 6, 7, 8 would be the absolute minimum I would really want. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 14 will put it here, which is almost against this wall. So you know what? We could actually change this up a little bit. Let's put that there. That's 12. Did I miscount? I may have miscounted. Anyway, this is the rough layout of where we're going to be putting the greenhouse. So yeah, this will be the greenhouse. Make it big enough for all of our purposes. I've got glass, and what I was reading is the walls could be like that. Not like that. Like that. And the roof can be chiseled. So could the walls, as long as there aren't any holes in it. So, not quite sure how I'm going to do this just yet. I'm leaning a bit towards not being able to place these down properly at all. Nope, still wrong. But that'll be fine. All right, and I'll mirror it on that side, and then we'll get to work started on this. That'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I did miscount. All right, I've dug up all the terra preta that I did have back in the other farm, and I've replaced it with the medium fertility soil. And I've now placed all the terra preta in here in the greenhouse. And what I'm doing is under every single one of these oak pillars, I am placing... help if I actually had water in that. Water. And so this block and this block will be hydrated by the water underneath the pillar, and then I'll have water in these blocks like we were doing in the actual farm out back. Excuse me. Did not invite friends. We'll take the gears though. And then in the farm that's now behind my house, I think that's going to just become the flex farm. All of my actual crops are going to be grown in here. Always do that wrong. But yeah, so this is where I'm going to grow all my staple crops, and out back is where I'm going to grow my flax. Alright, well, let's get away from here while I'm being harassed. Firing up more fire clay bricks because I'm out of bricks to make bloomeries, and I need a lot more glass for the roof. So that's what's going on. We're gonna wait till tomorrow and then get back to work. That's why the rift is literally right behind the building. And we'll get back to work working on that. As you saw, I did put a path down the center using literal path blocks. And I've made a path to my barn using the path blocks. You can make half path blocks, and I'm going to make up a couple of those. I need... Alright, that's soil. I needed this. Yeah, to make the half path blocks, you need one stone on either side of the block, whereas in order to make the path blocks, you need 4 stones on top. So I need... I think I only need 5? Yeah, I'll just put the rest of the extras back in there. Well, it took me a little bit of time, but I got the greenhouse working. So what I had done was I had these blocks so that I had like, one was the top slab there, one was the bottom slab, and then I had a top slab and a bottom slab. And the way the greenhouses check is only the bottom slab is counted. So I had to move that one down to there, and then this one, well, that's a dirt right now. That's been removed. It's been replaced with dirt, and so that counts. I haven't tested if I could remove the dirt there and place a bottom slab like that, but then you have that opening, which I wouldn't like. So I don't want to do that. What I can later do is, once I have a bit more glass, because I have no more glass panes, no more of the glass block. What I can do when I have a bit more is I can place one there and then chisel out the one corner. I can show you how I'm going to show you what I'm thinking. I have a chisel on me. I just need to put the hammer in my offhand. Do that. Grab the chisel. And I want that. And then I'll have that sort of shape, and that should count. Actually, I could probably test it right now if it counts. Boy, it's almost impossible to see though. Yeah, that appears to count. I've still got the notification in the top corner that this is a greenhouse. So I'm going to be doing that with more blocks once I have enough glass. And you see here it does say the plus 5%, plus 5 degrees. Since I was testing this out, I actually removed all of the... Oh, and I don't have my bucket with me. I moved all the water sources, so I'm going to need to replace all of those. But yeah, we're going to have the water sources under these blocks. They should still work. Let's test that now. Yeah, that does still work. Okay, so that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to replace the blocks that I removed. And that's going to provide hydration to most of the greenhouse. And then we'll have these inner ones where needed. And right now I just have packed dirt down. So that's how I remember where I need to put the Terra Preta when we go get some more. All right, but that is the greenhouse done. It, you know, I'll probably change out these for maybe debarked oak in the future. It's what I had on hand, so I used it. And in the meantime, I've also been upping the walls a bit, making them a bit taller, making these towers a bit taller, because I had 4 or 5 wolves just on the other side of the wall here, and they could get over the wall, so now they cannot. I mean, they can still get in through the non-existing gates, on either end of the compound, but you know, one thing at a time. Now we've got a greenhouse, which means now I can start planting all of my crops, specifically things like peanuts, because peanuts and pineapples, and I have one or two other items in here which require a long time and a high temperature. Amaranth, I think cassava. Got the peanuts at 50 days. Yeah, cassava require 100 days at 4 degrees or higher. I don't know if I'm going to have 100 days of 4 degrees or higher, but we can at least plant them and test it out. But that's what we could do here, and since I've removed all of the terra preta from back here, this is now, well, just medium fertility soil, I'm going to use this as our flax field. So this will be all flax, except for this, which is rye right now. When that's grown, it'll be replaced with flax. You know, I realized I've never actually gone over how chiseling works. So I'm no expert, but let's go give this a little bit of try. All right, first you need your hammer in your offhand, and then you need your chisel in your main hand. We're going to work on this plank for now. You have to right click in order to turn it into a chisel block, because as you see, we get these options that we don't have with a non-chisel block. And then press F, we get our menu. We can give it a name, we can flip it, rotate, or remove chunks. I'm going to remove, let's do 2x2 from the top. And then what we can do is if we open our inventory, oh, I got right here. If we put a block in this X, we can add material. So now I can add cobblestone, and by right clicking, yeah, because left click removes and right click adds, and you can re-add what you have removed. We can put a layer of cobblestone on top, and now we have a plank with cobblestone top, which kind of works like a counter you'll have in modern houses and bathrooms. But there are other things you can do too. So if we go to this side here, I can grab our debarked log, and we can just remove these again. And you do have to be careful while doing this that you don't accidentally click one of the surrounding blocks, because then you'll turn that into a chisel block, which isn't a big deal if you don't intend to chisel it. It just can be a bit annoying at times. So now we can add the debarked log to this, and this is sideways, so I think I'd have to flip it. But now we have a debarked log outside and plank inside, which, you know, could be useful if you want the facade of your house to be one material, like oak. Maybe I want to do a log cabin exterior, but have the interior look a little more modern. You could do it this way. But I was also thinking, if I take some plaster here, we can remove, remove a bit more than just a 2x2, I think. Let's go back to planks for a moment. Add the bottom row back of planks, go to plaster, and start adding that. And then drop down to this one, and then we do this. Now we have a interior wall, which is plaster with a little bit of a wood molding. And then you can always go back to this, and then we can come up like this. And now we have what is kind of like a half wall molding that we've got here. Plaster on the bottom, well, plaster underneath, wood molding visible. And yeah, just a little example of some different things you can do with the chisel. Oak, bark outside, plaster inside. It does appear to use a block. I thought that's how it would work, but I wasn't sure since I hadn't ever done this in survival. But yeah, good reason to have extra blocks. And I mean, that's just the real basic of what you can do with a with the chisel block. I have very little practice with it. I'm going to be practicing a lot more of it. the more creative you are, the more ideas you're gonna have, more things you can try out. Let's see. I'm pretty sure I can just pick this up too. Yeah, so I can pick it up and move it around. And it doesn't say on this, but it would say on it if it is an insulating block or not. If it doesn't say insulating block, well, then you can't really use it for your house. But if it does, then you can. So let's swap this block out for a moment. So now we're no longer insulated. And now we are again. Again, doesn't say insulating block on it, but it say insulating face, I think, if it actually insulates. I think it just needs to be the equivalent of a half block to count. And no holes. But I think that's going to be it for today. I hope you've had a good day. I hope you had fun watching me run around like a madman. Yeah, that was not fun. And yeah, I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope to see you next time. Later.